I just had to see that. That's kind of funny. Alright. Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, Force over here, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. This may or may not be the final episode, but here's what we're doing, okay? I'm actually going to be playing this game up until midnight tonight, because I am going to be doing a bit of a quick midnight release stream for Ace Attorney Investigations, and yes, I am very excited about that. To be honest, I have been waiting 2 months for that game to come out. So what I'm going to be doing is, I'll probably be doing it to where I'll play this game, then I'll play Ace Attorney Investigations 1 as an official playthrough, then play Trials and Tribulations, and then Ace Attorney Investigations 2, so that way we can end it off with the Apollo Justice Trilogy and the Great Ace Attorney Trilogy, because I feel like that's how it'd be a good way to end the whole series, unless they come out with a new game in between all these games that I'm doing, you know. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with episode 4, Farewell My Turnabout 3-1, The Investigation. March 22nd, 5:24 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Maya! I suck at fake crying. Don't tell me off about it. I know. I suck at fake crying. Don't at me. Alright? Just so we're all clear. Alright? I'm not the best at fake crying, unless it is a really emotional scene, in which case, yes, I will be, but otherwise, I cannot help it. In any event, let's go ahead and get started with this moment. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. I really am not going to try to do fake tears. I suck at it. But you can tell she's very much crying about what just happened. As if the tear running down her face could not give you an indication. Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. Huh? The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't, because Mr. Ungard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. I can do the sniffle though, because I have a stuffy nose. Cheer up! We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mr. Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right. So, hey, you guys! Glad I caught you, pal! Mr. Scruffy Detective! Oh boy, looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. Jeez. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I've claimed to talk to you, pal. But we're kind of busy right now. What do you gotta say, Mr. Not Scruffy, Mr. No More, Not Anymore Scruffy Detective? The future. So what are you going to do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, that! What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Say what? You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Unguard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Stuffy the Tenter take care of things. She just went from crying to happy in a matter of seconds. Let's see how this goes. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Of course. Of course it's something so simple. The least you could have said is, I don't know, spaghetti? You know, spaghetti's a simple dish, but at least it's like one of the simplest dishes as long as you know how to do it, you know what I mean? But it's a really simple dish compared to so many other things. But I guess hot dogs and mac and cheese would be right next, would be a bit more easier. But you get what I'm saying. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? Because you live in America, Phoenix. That's why. And don't anybody be taking that as a bashing. I mean, dude, let's be honest here. Outside of people who exercise, how many people actually have eaten at least one unhealthy thing a week? Just even one healthy thing a week. Even snacks like chips, candy, or whatever. That still counts as unhealthy foods, technically speaking. So, yeah, I rest my case. Edgeworth. That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like, he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself. He said that? That's horrible. But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was on the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in the testimony itself. But I think I still think there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would you want to... No, I mean almost need to frame Mr. Ungard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying the testimony was a lie? Not a lie per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. So it's like, she's not lying, but she's still hiding something. That's pretty much what Phoenix is saying. Or that's what Mr. Edgeworth would like us to believe. That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. I don't know about that one, Pearl, because she's had a habit of wanting perfection herself. She just hasn't said something like that at all at this point. Truth be told, I don't know if she even says anything like that at all in the Ace Attorney Investigations games. Franziska von Karma. And if anybody's gonna tell me no she doesn't, do not say it anyway. Even if you're gonna tell me that for argument's sake, because I wanna play the investigations blindly, even though I have played the demo, which is about the first part of case 1 of both the first and second games. Alright, just so we're all clear. Speaking of Miss Von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Franziska. Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But she's going to be fine, right? I mean, Edward said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you going to visit her, pal? No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey! You've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death by being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a pit pal. Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick. Oh my god. Pearl, you're not helping. No, I'm definitely not going. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hottie Clinic. Oh god, not the Hottie Clinic. Oh god, not that place. If you was there with, I think it was case 2, you would know why I say that. Because to me, the second case is a really good case, but that part just dropped it down a bit. Because that is the worst part of the case. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Hey, guess what? That's exactly what we're doing. March 22nd, Honey Clinic reception. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Excuse me. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? Ah, hi. Wait a second, you're... yes, I'm Director Hottie. Ho ho! Why are you still here? Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Director Hottie! No wait, so... I guess Edgeworth was saying that tonight. Director Hottie. Edgeworth. Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Ho ho! Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes. What is it? Director. Franziska. How is Franziska von Kama? You don't need to worry. Yes. She's in good hands. Because you see... I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Yes. And that thing. That surgery. You have my gratitude. It looks like Edward doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looks so pitiful. Absolutely terrified. Yes. Hold on a second. I just realized my mic was unmuted the whole time. We're not going back to doing that, but hey, better late than never, right? Could you imagine the whole stream being muted? Oh wait, you don't have to imagine it because it's probably happened once or twice. I have only one objective, to find Unguard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. Miss Von Karma. Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Unguard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was... Ow! I think visiting hours here are about over. So if you'll excuse me... What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. Today's trial. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. Adrian's card. By the way, Edward, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry! Did you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This... I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. You never even asked for it in trials, Edward. And you're complaining... I want to say this that I just thought of just now. But it didn't pop my head when you first go to that moment. You could have easily asked about that card, but yet you never did. You easily could have said something about that card. That card. What in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. I'm saying, even though I am saying this in a public building where people could be listening in on this conversation if they really wanted to. But we're going to act like nobody is listening to a fucking word. Anyway, a special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelly the Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer. An assassin. The best at that. An assassin? Picture card added to the court record. Assassin. So who is this Shelly the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them? He has the habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Why would he do something like that? We think it is part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients will be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves an insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. I see. The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess not even honorable assassins can exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelly the Killer, huh? Maya's situation. I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edward is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edward. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick? There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right. Listen. You need to know something. Juan Corrido was killed by Shelly the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt on God. Your own client. Please stop! I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Letter of introduction added to the court record. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me. Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. Ungard hired an assassin? No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psyche lock. Phoenix, you didn't ask him if he hired a certain assassin to do the killing. You just asked him if he did the killing. He basically confirmed that he did not kill the person. But you never did ask if he did do the act. Like, if he did hire someone to kill Juan Corrida. There is a huge difference. Yeah, I guess not. Maya, please. All I ask is you make it home. Safe and sound. Date, time, and question unknown. Date, time, and location unknown. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door to open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Date, time, location unknown. What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in a hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. Oh, wrong button. Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now where's the power button? Phooey, it's busted. I would so die a happy samurai fan. If I ever got to see the nickel samurai on a TV like this. I can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets up here. But what is an antenna doing here? Oh, hey! It's a computer! I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat! It was my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, it looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, with love, Celeste. I bet this could be a clue. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Aw, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. It's so dark in here that I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes. All of them. Just what kind of room is this? Ugh. Locked. Of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the car to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Oh. This simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Yeah! It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin. No way. You're lying. I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Nick! March 22nd, 7:04 p.m. Haunted Clinic reception. Mr. Nick? Hmm? Oh, yes, Pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. And as for now, I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Ungard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too. Okay! Hello, Wyatt. How you doing tonight? Well, we don't really need to examine this area, so let's go ahead and move over to the detention center. Because that's where we really need to go right now. March 22nd, Detention Center Visitors Room. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. Aww. Ugh. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the. You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt Ungard. Ah, here you are. What did he write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. Matt's note jammed into a pocket. A client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Go ahead and move. Oh, I didn't mean to go here, but alright. Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another. They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass that victims list around. You gotta be kidding me, there's over 100 people on here. Mr. Nick? Is this armed guard really that big and bad of a criminal? Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they were working on a different case. Alright now, Mr. Nick, let's go look for clues. We have to for Mr. Myers' sake. You shall not! Wait, hold on, I gotta say it like, and, I gotta use my phone like a thing here. You shall not pass! Hey, I had to make that reference. Come on, man. I had to make that reference. The soul bag. Don't downvalue my name and turn it into a ghastly, spiky-headed murder caller. Dude, I'm a soul bag. Keep your hands off of me. This helmet is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out. Then why do you keep putting it on? Here! After you were there, so you push it. You're gonna have to defeat you want to be right. I'm not hearing this. I'm moving it down here. Living room! March 22nd, Unguard Mansion Living Room. Sorry about that. Sure is dark. I'll go turn on a light. Wow. So this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Come on, Mr. Nick, let's find Shoo, the kitty cat. Shoo! Whoa. So I guess this is Shoo. Look at that cat. That's a cute cat, isn't it? Come on, man. Oh, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shoo. May I help you? Actually, I'm Mr. Unguard's lawyer. Yes. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you, Mad Unguard. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Unguard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe our master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. That's what they all say. Actually, it is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. I typically butler life, as it were. John Doe. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. Unguard declined to have a maid over a butler. Shoo. That's a very cute cat you've got there. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies you. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Mass note crumpled into a ball and thrown away. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young, and yet already so accomplished. A master of all. But there is a lot to be proud of in being a butler in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now if you'll excuse me. That is interesting. But we don't really have a need to find anything else for the moment. So let's go back to the hotel lobby. Let's see how she reacts to this one. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. This soap bag. If you would look at... What? Oh, Edgy poo! Oh god, here she goes again. Is that her perfume? Pheromone d'amore I smell? Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? Huh, that man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgipoo said so, you understand. Letter of introduction given to Miss Oldbag. I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. If you do anything bad, I won't let you off the hook. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know nothing's gonna come of it. At all. That's so mean, Mr. Liff. Feelings are meant to be told and shared. Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation. Okay. What the heck? Ah! What? What now? One little thing before I forget. You can't go into Ungod's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear? I wonder if they're the team in charge of the investigating the killer. But don't go in there! Step one foot in there, and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag! Jeez, this woman. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Looks like we're the only ones here. And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. Hey, city boy! Lana, you're still here. Wrecking course! Investigative photographer eats her stars on her ability to stamp up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know that something's always bound to happen. But, do you have a camera? Rick Given! A photographer's gotta have cameras out to here like corn to be a real pro, you hear? You know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding them out, do you have mine, you bird thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? Because she's a crazy person. She don't want to do that. Night of the murder. I want to ask you about the night of the murder. What? You really gonna shell out the bucks with the info I got? Lana, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but... Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. Scandal. So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah, can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about Unguard showing his manager lady and manager lady on the Florida? Yeah. Ah, well, I reckon you best have me believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that one on a whim, you know? Write whatever comes to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull doodles. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, why do you look like there's somebody going in the roof? Or am I just shrinking there? Shrinking here? Camera. Ah, my baby, my $1,600 baby. What with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that red-coat's friend, aren't you? So put in a few good words for me and give my book back, give me back my camera. Sorry about that. Just dozed off a bit there. Hold on a second. So put in a few good words for me and give me back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, now you're the guy real good for about $500 for 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself put together out there, you? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, little young'un. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, do you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Would you please just leave already? Dude, I just find how she just angled that thing on. Alright, let's go ahead and move. We can't go into Unguard's room, so let's go to Corina's room. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Corina's hotel room. Mr. Nick! What is that overworldly, ghastly moaning? I hate evil ghosts. What? I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Excuse me? Watch who you're calling a demon, Rex. Ah! Zoinks! It's the alien! Who are you calling an alien? Oh, it's just you, Miss O'Bag. What are you doing here? What is wrong with you youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me! Jeez, man. The night of the murder. Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face. With that imbecilic look on her face? Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're going to take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, alright. Now I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night. Memories of Corrida. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Corrida. He was the most popular star you know, especially where it counts, in my book. But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Unbarred. Hey Helen, how you doing tonight? Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of... good to hear you're doing good. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? The presents, they're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. Presents. All of Mr. Corrida's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears. Why bears? You don't know. What? I don't want to leave because I think that's mean. What? I'm a bit lost on what you mean by that. Are you referring to something that I said or the character? Because if it's because of what I've said, I'm lost, because unless I may have dozed off and I said something, I'm not sure. You don't know? My dear Juan was training, we fought bareheaded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. What? Um, accidentally joined what? Because, I have a... Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. Okay, well, it happens. Oh, eh. It's all good. It's all good. Because I know accidental clicks happen. It happens. Sometimes it happens to me. Yeah, I get it. Okay, alright. Well, let me put it to you this way. You know, it, okay, how do I say this? Man, I'm gonna, hold on a second here. So, well, you could technically, let me put it to you this way. You did say hi, but you could also say you could also leave a respectful, or at least a goodbye message whenever you want to leave, you know? I would have personally. I've seen people come and go without saying anything. I have seen people come and say hello, but then they leave without saying goodbye. I've seen every kind of interaction that could happen. A hello or goodbye, a hello or a not a hello but no goodbye, or no hello, no goodbye. I've seen it happen on here. But whether you choose to stay or leave is entirely up to you, and I'm not going to hold it against you. Because there is a crap ton of other things to watch. Even I know that because God knows how many people I've subscribed to usually do live streams. So it can be hard to balance between one streamer or the other or another. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could be trying to watch four separate streamers and hopefully, you know, not, you know what I mean? It could be very difficult doing that. I get that. Especially when I'm a member on a number of those same streams and they happen to be going live at the same time. So you try not to be mean about trying to balance between them. But, you know, like I said, I don't hold it against anybody for leaving whether they do say goodbye or not. That's just me. Anyway, going back to the game, because I think I probably said it respectfully. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. Well, Helen, thank you for stopping by, though. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Well, day or night, whatever it is for you, but hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out. Down by a river going, you sure can fight. You too, Bob, you too. Did all that really happen? Alright, okay. Okay, it's time for me to mute the mic again. Wanna know why? Here, let me show you. Because they're the kind of glasses like that. Because right here is basically a part of a deformed ear. I was born this way. Hold on, let me get my mic on so you can hear me better. See, I was born this way through what is known as golden Haar syndrome. If anybody ever wants to Google what that is about, all you have to just type in golden Har syndrome. That's literally all you gotta type in if you want to Google it and know about it because I am not entirely an encyclopedia. I know some things about it, but I don't know every single detail. But yeah, if you guys want to Google it, that's all. That's up to you guys. But that's why I look the way I. That's why everything's the way it is. It's in his biography, Bob. What a load of crock. So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yeah, nice bears. Whoa! What the hell was that? Good golly, that sounds like, dude, I am not kidding when I say this. At my workplace, where we sell Halloween decorations at my workplace, there is like this little bear this little animatronic bear that sits down with his legs out in front of him, and he has a mask on, and he says like three lines, and one of these is like for an example for this, like here's I'm my hands are the mask, and blah blah. And he's like, I wanna be your teddy bear. Ah! They don't shake, but he does do a growling noise. That's exactly what I was thinking of when I seen this. I wouldn't want to work there. Truthfully, it's not terrible. Yeah, it's not a terrible, like, yeah, you're gonna have your fair share of terrible customers, like any store for like any other store. But at the same time, that's to be expected. It happens. I can handle it. I mean, dude. Hell, I sometimes go there as a customer so I can wear the other hat that I don't have on. Oh, the bear. Wait, were you? Okay, yeah, the bear is. If somebody actually came into the store and tried to bring in a bear, I'd be like, I don't think our store policy allows bears to come in here. Because we do allow people to bring in the dogs, especially service dogs, because, some people need to have them. But I don't know about bears, though. Then again, I live in a state where bears are not really known to be at, unless they're at a zoo or the wildlife parks, in which case they might be there. Otherwise, I don't think so. But if we're gonna be honest with it's funny how they have this bear look so cute and cuddly looking, but yet they used the growl that was used in case number 3, Turnabout Big Top, in regard to the tiger that was used in that case. But if I'm gonna be honest, here's what I would expect it to say. I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. In other words, I probably would expect it to sound a bit like Goofy from the Walt Disney cartoons. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime! That startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 p.m. That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Oh. The transceiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya! How is Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? Is this your first time playing Justice Pro? Actually, no. This is actually my second time playing it. Because I played this originally on the Switch when I was using my phone as the camera, but I decided to play it on the PlayStation because, you know, obvious reasons. But yeah, this is actually my second time playing it. Third time if you want to include the 3DS version, which I don't think I ever actually played on there. So I would say technically this is my second time playing it. And yes, I do agree, this is a really good case. Perhaps the best one. Out of this game, probably second best of the whole series. Now, please note that up until Ace Investigations and Investigations 2, those are the actually, I have all the collections of this game. I have all but Apollo Justice Trilogy, the Apollo Justice Trilogy on my PS5, but I ironically do have all but the Ace Attorney Investigations collection on my Switch. Because I was able to get the Apollo Justice Trilogy on sale on the Switch, but it wasn't on sale on the PS5 at the same time. Because if it was on sale on the PS5, I definitely would have gotten it on there. Unfortunately, it was on sale, but by the time I was able to have the money to get it on sale, it already ended. So, yeah. So right now, I have yet to play completely Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, and the two games in the Great Ace Attorney Trilogy, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and of course the Ace Attorney game, the Investigations games. And I do know they had them on the Wii. But when we get to play the Ace Attorney Investigations, I got a story for that one. But we'll find out soon enough. Right now I'm playing Investigations 2, the fan translation for the DS. I'm about to begin the last case. Yeah, I did hear some people do not like the official translation because some of the names got changed. And they're like, I'm gonna call him by this name instead of the official name. And it's like, oh, you'll live. I don't like it when people be that petty. Yeah, I get it, the fan translated name might be better than the official name, but that's kind of petty. Then again, I can't really... Then again, that'd be pot calling the kettle black, because I do still call X Twitter, even though it's officially X. So I can't really complain about it too much. Anyway, we're getting a little bit off track. We gotta get this case done. Maya! How is Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. So it would seem my presence did you no good. No! I cannot do face tears, so don't tell me I can't do it. I suck, okay? Because I know I do. No! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! One more day! Please! All I ask is for one more day! I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please! I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else after all. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright? Then... a little... What's the static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems bad. Connect. Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden, it became nothing but static. Ah, Mr. Maya! Mr. Maya! Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronic sensor look at it. The sooner the better. Alright, press the wrong button there. Alright. Alright, so next up. Alright, so let's see. We might know a bit of an electronics expert. Or so you need to go to the Viola Hall, ding dong. Come on, man. Gotta go to back to the office. It's funny how it says 8 p.m. yet it's still daytime out. Like what is this? Pacific Standard Time or something? March 22nd, Wright and Co. Law Offices. Hey, welcome back, pal! I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. Thanks. A rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops. Looks like you don't have a can opener, pal. You've gotta be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Oh, let's talk about, I don't know, the transceiver? The transceiver? Oh, Mr. Lick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself? Or maybe he just tried to find something to get out of having you talk to Maya. That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? Electromagnetic interference. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Huh? Computer? It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh, yes! Oh, wrong button. Maybe there is a camera maybe there is a camera involving a certain bear. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not gonna answer that. I'm not gonna say that. Maybe there is a camera and a bear together. Who knows? I'm not spoiling nothing. Because you never know. Oh, yes, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. Hey, you learn something new every day. Phoenix better be happy for this one moment. Come on, we both played. The way you said that is kind of funny. Oh, that's funny though. Yes, I know we both played this case. I just like how you said that. God. Oh my god, that sounds like a that's what she said kind of quote right there. Mainly the second half of that. But okay. Yes, we both have played this, but that doesn't mean people who are watching the VOD. I know it was on purpose. I know. But yeah. I just found it funny how you said it. It was on purpose, but yeah, I just found that funny. How you said it. But anyway, yeah. We do know this. You and I do know this. But I'm pretty sure people watching the VOD may or may not be under the same vein. That's what I'm saying. I'm not spoiling nothing. Not until we get to that. Not until we get to the part where that may or may not be relevant. Oh, but that was a good statement. I like that one. That was really funny. That was really good. That was actually a really good timing on that one. So with the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened, there's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Ah! Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Corrida's room. The scene of the murder. What? That's it. I'm gonna sweep into the precinct and get a lane bug sweeper. I'll see you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My feelings are itching to go. Yeah! We should be going too, Mr. Nick. Alright, let's go. Alright. Time to go back. Not that far back. Not that far down. But it is time to go back to, to Corrida's hotel room. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel. Corrida's hotel room. Hey! You're finally here, pal! Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the, bug sweeper? Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one. Just not the police's. Wow, so this is a bug sweeper. It looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh? By who? Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back some memory up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Your heart and soul? It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. But isn't it better that way? Oh, well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, Might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that symptom feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal. So we're going to find it, right? Right. Now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around and give the room a real thorough look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press the X button to lock on to it. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Lamp, check. Listening device, nope. Oh, that's... I also have a gaming channel. The format is a bit different. I get together with a friend or two and record for 2 hours, then we slice the video on the... Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I know that life. I'm actually, in a way, not entirely, but in a way, I'm actually in a thing like that with a friend of mine, but he does it to where he'll play games with viewers, and sometimes I'm there with him, and I've had a few moments where that I look back on and I either laugh, I just laugh so hard at, whether it was by way of him or someone else that's playing with us. So he also does collabs in that regard as well. So yeah, there are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick? Yeah, and they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful? Yeah, I'll be more conscientious from now on. Sorry. Whoa! What a lovely bear! Whoa! What the fu- Ah! Oh god, that voice crack! This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots. Is it a robot? It's a real robot? Yeah, it's a real one. Mr. Nick! Yes? How many horsepowers is it? How many horsies? Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so, that... What is that? Cell phone. Nope, no bugs in here. Okay, so she doesn't know what a cell phone is. I'm sorry, I'd never seen one before. Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Korean Village. And Pearls has never lived outside of that village, so... Well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. That's the radio. That's the TV. Let's go over this way. Whoa, what? This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey! So did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean? No, not yet, but this bear's eye is... Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we've got. No, you can't. Such a violent act. Pearls, it's a stuffed bear. That eye can be fixed later. Oof! No! Whoa! Look at that, it's a camera. It's a miniature camera. And it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. What a meter? The way he says what a meter makes me want to do like what. Kind of like Pac-Man, you know? Sorry, we're moving on. A transmitter, pal. Oh, isn't that more of that high-tech stuff? Camera. So this tiny thing is a camera? Yep. Waka waka. Waka. Anyway. Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. I don't think I need to guess what CCD means. It's a small high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which it comes with in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else. Somewhere else? The footage is changed into radio waves, and then it's sent to that recorder. So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Hey, you know, you're right! Spy camera added to the court record. Transmitter. So, what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like the video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time? Yep. Let's see. Sometimes it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess. Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe... Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape! What? And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime. Clearly the bear saw the murder. Yep, too bad we can't testify to see what it's seeing, you know? But then again, we have testified a pair before, so that's to be expected. Transmitter added to the court record. Stuffed bear. So there was a camera in this bear's eye, and it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Corridor this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night. Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out. Oh. Is there really no way to find out? Stuffed bear added to the court record. I got it! What? Hey, pal! Let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you going to do? I'm going to go around to the electronics shops and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me! Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal! Spy camera. Hey, Helen, welcome. Hello, Helen, welcome back. Spy camera and transmitter given to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, yeah, baby! It's investigating time! I'm on fire, pal! My feelers are ready to go! Yeah! The way I just sounded like Macho Man Randy Savage with that. In case you don't know who I'm referring to, Macho Man Randy Savage was a professional wrestler from back in the day. Well, I'm doing pretty good still since we last seen you. Uh, yeah, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, we've been chatting. He's gone. Yeah. But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. Wait, is that Edgeworth? I want to assume that's Edgeworth because how he says right. It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth! What are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet, we still have to find her. Oh yeah, how have you, even though it's been a short time, how have you been since between you leaving and coming back? How have you been, Helen? So there was a spy camera hidden inside the stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, right? Huh? Do you know the stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. That is good to hear. Glad to hear you've been doing good. Even if it was for a few minutes. Since leaving and coming back. But still, good to hear you're doing good. Of course not. The maker of this bag is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade and only a small number of these are exported here. What? The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be brought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can he really? Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you'll have other things you have to do. Stuffed bear snatched up by Edgeworth. How the hell is he carrying that thing out to it? Okay, two questions. Number one, how the hell is he carrying that bear by himself? With it being that damn tall. And number two, how the hell is he getting it in his vehicle? Like, I'm pretty sure that trunk of his cannot be done. Cannot hold that bear down enough for it to be shut. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. He got agents with him. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's also a true statement there. See you soon, Wright. Wait! What? Why are you doing this? It's just a theory! A not really game theory, because I... it's just a theory! it's... And I would put the bear on top of the... I would put the bear on top of the bear. I think you meant car there on that one, but with that second bear. Because putting the bear on top of the bear doesn't really make much sense. But yeah. It's oh, you're fine, you're fine. I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? Putting the bear on top of the bear sounds like a nice afternoon activity. Okay. To be honest, I don't know anymore. Oh, trust me, Helen, the music is really good in these games. I love it. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, Wright. Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corrida's real killer. Miss Andrews is past. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal from Mr. Unguard. And this card, Shelly the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find the answers to this case tonight. To find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't know if you can or not. I'm not entirely sure. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Now, it says to be continued, but what I will do is, I will go ahead and, play this next bit because we do technically have some time left to play more of this game. And if it just so happens that we end up, going right up to midnight, well, then I can go from this stream right straight to the other one. So it's just to get the DS version if you can play the Wii one. Yeah, you know what? You just made me think about this one thing I heard. Apparently, um, yeah, so actually, apparently, I don't know what it is in what others, in GameStop stores, I don't know how many of them, to be exact, but, some GameStop stores are now actually selling retro stuff. I'm talking Nintendo, like Nintendo Entertainment System, like NES, Super NES, uh, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, the original Xbox, all of those games. So, not all of those games, but a number of games are being sold at certain GameStop locations. Um, it's really good. Also, Mucky, don't forget 3DS version, the 3DS version as well, because they had it on the 3DS before they put it on the PS4 and Xbox, PS4 and Xbox One. Don't forget that. I should know this because I originally pre-ordered this. The funny thing is, this and Ace Attorney Investigations are literally the only two Ace Attorney games that were re-released on the system that I pre-ordered, which is very funny to me, if I'm being honest with you. Uh, but what I'm gonna do for now, I'm actually gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna end the game, okay? I'm not gonna end the game or end the stream. But I am going to get me something to drink real quick. I will be right back. And when I say right back, I mean give me about a minute or two because it takes a minute to get out and get some tea and probably going to take me 30 seconds to get back. So I'll be right back. Oh, that sucks. Oh, it sucks when when your electronics get destroyed because of the damn rain. That really fucking sucks. But alright, I'll be right back. The fuck did I just hit? I have no fucking idea. I know, I know. I will. I'll take a shower before I go to bed. Well, I know I need to take a shower considering I got pain on me. I feel really want to take some time to lose weight. But alright. Probably should not be shutting my door just in case internet problems be a problem. Alright, I have returned. Uh, okay, there's my phone right here. Okay. See here. Oh, let's see. Had the DSI. Okay. Alright, it's about time. Let's see. Let's catch up with chat to be involved in this conversation. Uh, had the DSI. I know of at least one person that had the DSI, actually. I had, and I actually still got it right now. I actually got it right here. The Nintendo DS Lite. It's a little, I know it's a little dirty and I need to clean it, but yeah. I got the DSI right, the DS Lite. Yep. And in case you're wondering what game is on the bottom, it's now don't take this and think this is the actual Pokemon Fire Red. This was actually a bootleg copy, but let's be honest here. Sometimes if you want to get the boot, if you want to play the game, sometimes you got to go the crazy way and get a bootleg. But quite frankly, if I get in trouble for saying this on a stream, I don't care. Because I doubt people are going to go crazy and, you know, go off on that one. Let's see. Only had New Super Mario Brothers. Love that game. Mario Kart DS. Love that game. And Mario Kart and Mario 64 DS. Mixed bag on that one. Because I actually have a copy of Super Mario 64 DS. And truthfully, they should have they should have made running the default motion, but instead you gotta hold the Y button down to do it. And I think with that being the case, they just made the controls so much more wonky because you gotta press the A button and B to punch and all that. I hated it. Let's see. The skating game was hard. I also had two really bad games about Wally and Harry Potter. It's funny how you got games that are based on movies that are bad, but the movie itself is really good. It's crazy when you think about it. Also, Mookie, you understand I can always read chat, right? Let's see, I never attempted to use Wi-Fi. I believe the servers were already done in my DSI in 2012 to 2014. Yeah, I think that was the case. Probably. I'm not entirely sure. But it wasn't until earlier this year that the 3DS servers were down. So, oh, the Tony Hawk. Okay. Which one are we talking about? Because there's like 20 of them, I think. Yeah, there's like the Pro Skater series. You got the Underground 1 and 2, American Wasteland, I think it was. Uh, what else? Downhill Jam was one. There was one that was for the Kinect, or for the Xbox at least, I think. Because you use like a skateboard control, like a skateboard uh, add-on to it. Yeah, there are so many of them that it's not even funny. And I also going to do this on the second one, just in case something goes down. Alright, let's do this. Oh, Downhill Jam, okay. Yeah, I remember that. Alright, you guys waiting for a little? Let's see here. Never tried the Tony Hawk game, there were too many, I got a bit overwhelmed. Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, to be fair, we had the same issue with Guitar Hero. Now, I'm not saying the Guitar Hero series are bad games, but there were so many of them, one after the other, like a yearly thing. And we've been having that issue with with the Madden NFL games, and up until 2013, we've had it with the college football games. Well, any sports game in general, period. With that being said, uh, what else would there be? I think that basically that'd be about it. Yeah. Uh, yeah. All right, we're gonna go back into this game. Oh, Tetris. Yeah, they do that. They bring out a Tetris game every few years or so. Like every 3 to 5 years, 10 at max. It's crazy. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go back into this game, but I will be reading chat in between times of me reading the screen. Ah, I never played the WiiWare games. Never. Do you like Undertale? I have played a bit of Undertale. I have not finished it yet. Hell, I probably might stream that one soon. I don't know. But yeah, that'd probably be a game I'd be willing to stream. But either way, I have not played it all the way through to determine whether I do like or dislike it. But I will say Megalovania is probably one of the best, if not the best, final boss battle music ever. Because of what you got going on there. I love that. I love that music. All right, let's play this game. Do what I love in detail. I might. I got. Well, I may have to kind of lower down the number of games I'm playing because I got this game. Let's see what other games we got here. I got this game, College Football 25. Got Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, but that game's almost done. Uh, I got WWE 2K24 with the My Rise and Showcase modes, which I need to get back into. There's also another game down here that I'm not going to try to reach out and get. Final Fantasy 16, which I am going to be redoing at a later point in time. But I did do it, but because I stopped playing it and I completely forgot the story and the controls, I'll be redoing that one. Yeah. See. Uh, Megalovania is the greatest spoiler on society after Luke, I am your father. You're gonna make me think of that one scene in The Simpsons where, like, it's shown in flashback where after the movie came out, uh, and Homer and Marge seen it, Homer walks out saying, "Wow, Who would have known that Darth Vader was really Luke's father? And everybody in that line was like, hey, you not. They were just so angry at him because he just spoiled the movie for him. But yeah, that was kind of funny. But yeah. March 22nd, 9:14 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, Corrida's hotel room. It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder, I wonder Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. The real killer. So the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. The assassin's client. Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? I think... You know, that would make sense. If she really was the client, do you want, even if you already knew what happens at the end of this part, would you honestly have believed that she was still the client? Because she admitted that she tampered with evidence of a crime scene. Uh, uh, she did tamper with the crime scene, and she did do things that, would be unlawful, and she will probably, either be let off with a warning or she will pay for her crime, but that's a whole different story. The fact of the matter is, if she went through all that trouble, why would she have done that? Like, if she was the client, why would she have done any of that? So it has to be someone else. And because I have played this case before, I know who it is. But because out of respect for people who have not played the game, I'm not going to spoil it. But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Matt Ungard himself? Was it Matt? If Mr. Ungard really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Ungard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him... See, again, they're ignoring one key fact. She sure is, and Phoenix is no better here. Again, it should be reiterated for this moment that they only asked him if he did the act, but he said no, and no psychic locks appeared. So, he confirmed that he did not do the killing. But, what do you think? But would these psychic locks, if you don't know what they are, I would suggest watching the second case of this game of Justice for All to know exactly what psychic locks are, because it would take too long for me to try to explain it. But you will see them soon enough because they will appear here. I won't say when, but you will see them. Uh, um, but But who knows if they were to ask him if he hired an assassin to do it, maybe the Cyclops will appear? Maybe not. But they keep forgetting. They ask about him, do you, what? Do I JJK? I don't know I don't understand what that means. Let's see, another thing. Oh, do I watch JJK? I still, wait, JJK. Hmm. I don't recognize that name unless that's short for the full title. See, do you know Big Back Bot meme when people drive across cookie crumbs, cookie crumble, and play Big Back? No, I do not. I don't know that meme. There are some memes that I do know about and others I do not. Mr. Unguard, I'd like to ask you one. Now remember, this is a flashback. This is not in real time. Mr. Unguard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. ITOK. Oh, you mean to say it's okay? Alright, alright. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Lit? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. Something interesting. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearl? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. Unguard's secret? What is the secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corrida was going to reveal the secret. That means Mr. Unguard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corrida silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Unguard. There's no way around it now. You know what that means, right? We will have to go to the detention center. But we won't be able to do it right now. It's kind of weird how we said we got to question Madam Guard, but they don't let you do it right away. Which makes you wonder why they even have that, but you can't do it there. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Lit? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret. 2 things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. And that explains why. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Hey! Wait! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgyboo, so... Edgeworth? And he said... If you feel angry, to vent your anger at an unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you! Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are! Bug Sweeper. This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was. You know. It was the transport one in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Oh god, that nearly hurt my throat there. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? Well, I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corridor. I'll let you in on another secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people! Spying on people by yourself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too! Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what you're thinking about exactly, but I can't bet it's nothing good. But I didn't say anything. Juan and Adrian. So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear, I believe. Alright, Helen, well, thank you for stopping by again. Have a good rest of your night, unless you stop by again, either for this stream or the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection stream I'll be doing a midnight release stream of. Yeah, so, but either way, hope you have a good rest of your night. Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know. That manager woman Juan has. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Dinpox. Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yes. Yeah, sure, that's the one. That's the worst girl. She was supposed to get married, you know. Married? You mean to Mr. Corridor? Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What the... Celeste's suicide. Before we delve into that topic, and even though you've seen the pictures of the suicide scene, if you guys don't want to hear this, you are more than welcome to leave and then, or mute, and then if you want to mute but stay here, I'll give a thumbs up to let you guys know when the scene is over. But if you also want to leave from this scene, this moment, I understand completely. With that being said, let's get started with this moment. Why would Mrs. Katz want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazine. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. Alright, there we go. We're past that moment, and so we are going to go ahead and move over to the Criminal Affairs Department because we do need that. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel lobby. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. Unless the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Lake? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Unguard's lawyer, right? Ah, yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we have been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Unguard case? Hold on a second. Alright. Sorry about that, family member. A decisive witness? You mean for the Unguard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. What? I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content? It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But now, we can go to the detention center. March 22nd, Detention Center Visitors Room. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Unguard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? So, let's talk to Matt Unguard first. Because he is our client and we need to talk to him after all. Dude, it's Mr. Wright! I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrido was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Unguard. What's wrong? Mr. Unguard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Matt's secret. About the press conference. You mean the one where Han was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is? Please? Uh-oh! Whoa! I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick? Don't tell me. Psyche-locks. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Juan and Adrian. Did you know about Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. Ah, but I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews. She had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corrida. Her mentor was Mr. Corrida's manager. And Mr. Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impot's suicide note from her. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Normally I'd go for a pizza, but we got business to take care of. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea, like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? I got caught up by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off of this topic and let's talk about something else, okay? Mr. Angard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? He probably is. But we're got what we can out of this person. So we're gonna go ahead and move to the Criminal Affairs Department because it's something else that we can do for a little bit. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers! What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. What? And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I completely forgot to use the voice I got for him. I was talking with a detective until a little while ago when I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest! And I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something. I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. And that is some sort of bias on this guy. Oh my god, he looks scary. He must be suspicious. He must have done something wrong. Just because a person looks scary looking doesn't mean they are automatically suspicious. Put your shit together, coppers. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise kit show for kids. Is that a crime? Tomorrow's testimony. So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick! Mr. Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Ouch, I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? Matt on guard. This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refresher like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. That's always been a kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game to justify himself. What? How horrible! That's unforgivable! Ow. sorry. Didn't mean to offend you. But you know he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him. His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Power suddenly looking kind of energetic? Gossip. Ah, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities and their words have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image, but aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I've been to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey! So did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Inpox? We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Celeste's suicide. Alright, same as before, if you don't like hearing about a person's suicide, mute right now, or you can leave. Either way, it's up to you. I will not have a problem with it. If you wish to leave from this scene, but if you do stay here and you want to mute, that's fine as well. But like before, I will give a thumbs up as soon as the scene is over. Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for Mr. Corrida? Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corrida by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be Welcome back, Helen! Welcome back, Helen! And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide... Wait, no, I got it right. And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Unguard and Miss Sanders. They're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. And now I'm gonna go back to the detention center. I'm here to just talk. Hey, that's alright. Hey, I have no problem with lurkers. If you just want to listen, that's cool. Lurkers are just as good as viewers who like to chat. Alright. Let's go ahead and talk to Adrian Andrews now. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour. But there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Corrida had on Mr. Unguard. Matt Unguard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Unguard if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Unguard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. Celeste Inpox. About Miss Celeste Inpox. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard of the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden the suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never had any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why frame him? Why did you try to frame Mr. Ungard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job. The police are excellent at doing their job. So they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? Whoa! What's your favorite game? That is a very good question because I have played so many great games over the years. That is a good question. There would be too many for me to say because I loved so many different games that it'd just be impossible for me to pick just one. Anyway, a psyche lock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. Like you're number one. Oh, jeez, what? That is too hard a question to answer. I would honestly say the Ace Attorney series as a whole. Because I like murder mysteries. Like anything involving murder mystery kind of deal. So basically things like Perry Mason, or if you want a more modern take, any of the Law and Order stuff. Yeah, I like all kinds of mystery things. I even got some mystery novels right here behind me that's in this stack and stacked. That's just barely off camera. Yeah. I love murder mystery. I love mystery novels as a whole. It's great. It's fun. Because you don't know what's going to happen. Even if you know who did it, you don't know what they did, and you don't know what's going to happen in between the beginning and the end of the story. That's why I love them. But pretty much anything that is not romance with novels and movies, I will read them, because to me romance for the most part is basically the same premise, just different characters, settings, and possible problem to keep the two people from being together. That is literally the only difference. Everything else is exactly the same. Guy and girl meet up, they fall in love with each other, they want to get together, but something stops them from being together. But then in the end, they overcome that obstacle and they get together in the end. They do it all the time. The only exceptions are romance movies that are also dramas, because there's also the possibility where they may not be together. It happens in movies, but the straight romance I can't deal with. But romance comedies, like rom-coms, like You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, My Best Friend's Wedding. Those are the only 3 movies currently. Hope Floats as well. Those are the only 4 movies that have romance involved that I actually do enjoy watching. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. March 22nd, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Lit, your phone! I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Lit. It could be important. Hello? We've got a big problem, pal! What's wrong? I'm on my way to your office right now! Okay. Hey, wait a second. Why is he coming here? It's terrible! I don't know what to say, pal! Oh. I got here faster than I thought. Hey. Could you imagine? Hold on. Dude, I would have loved to have taken a picture. Taken a different one, but I love how that works. That's really funny to me. Because I think when I first played this on the Switch, I probably wasn't at the Wright & Co. Law offices. I was somewhere else, so maybe you might see it there. But I think this is the first time I've had this scene play out. No time to relax now, pal! I'm confused as anything here! Well, what happened? We've got him! We know who bought that spy camera! This quickly? And this bear's what gave them away, pal! The bear. I figured it out, pal! I figured out that we should be looking into the bear instead of the camera! But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that thing? Pearls. Basically, he's telling Pearls to be quiet. Because we want Gumshoe to finally have his moment. Right? Yeah, let's let him have his moment. And go on. There's only one person who fought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Matt on guard. Huh? Matt on guard. Your client, that's who, pal. If you could play any Legend of Zelda game, which would you choose? Actually, I've already started. I have to go back. I have yet to play it some more. But I have started playing Ocarina of Time. But if I had to pick any game outside of that, I would honestly pick Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Because I have the Wii U right here. Right next to my PS5 is the Wii U. I would love to get it. I honestly would love to play that. But funnily enough, the Wii U versions of both games cost about as much as they do for the GameCube version. Which makes me wonder if I should buy a GameCube and then those two games, or if I should just buy a Wii with that. Well, I probably might just buy the GameCube, because the Wii U does let you play Wii games. So yeah, maybe I might do that if I ever get the Wind Waker and or Twilight Princess there. Maybe, we'll see. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Stuffed bear. Alright. I would play the OG. Yeah, I've actually played the original Legend of Zelda. Granted, I was doing it alongside a video walkthrough back in the day, but I did play it myself. I did play it. Yeah, the very first 1986 the 1986 original. Yep. Are you sure you heard that right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Ungard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ungard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Ungard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. Credit card receipt added to the court record. Spy camera. So what about the spy camera we found? Ah, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I have to give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. Spy camera, transmitter, and stuffed bear refiled into the court record. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrina's room was Matt Ungard. Why? Why would Mr. Ungard do something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida on one of their rendezvous. I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him? Mr. Ungard, I mean? Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we will find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for pearls. Matt Ungard, what in the world have you done? Alright. It's time to go back to the detention center. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. Which by now, that sunny sky should be dark. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax, don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Alright, guys. Time for the moment of truth.
Take that!
Sakelocks. Matt's secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Corrida had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Corrida, especially on that night.
Take that!
Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Corrida's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? Stuffed bear? We already know about that one.
Take that!
The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Corrida was...
Take that!
As we just found out, Mr. Ungard. Don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Aw, but he's... Aw. But he says he knows you. He knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Unguard. If I didn't know how you worked in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. The receipt, the guy even said he bought it, so yeah. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Unguard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800. This could be a toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush? What the hell was that thing made out of? Gold? God damn! It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Would that still be worth $3,800? I don't think so. Maybe a few hundred I could see, but a few thousand? No. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. My dad pulled off a band-aid and it hurt. Yeah, they can hurt, especially the bigger they are, the worse the pain of peeling them off is. Yeah, I don't like having to do that. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. It was regular. Well, still, they hurt. Dude, taking a band-aid still hurts. Big or small, those band-aids can hurt sometimes. So, what are you going to do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Corrida's room and filmed it in secret is...
Take that!
Adrian Andrews? There's a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Corrida, you were going to reveal this as fact and turn it into a scandal. Isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron. Huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer, dude, that kind of scandal. That's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff? Juicy? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stopped paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy Mr. Corina because of Miss Andrews, then there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Corina's room was...
Take that!
Yep, we finally came down to it. Everything doubles back to Matt Ungard being Shelly the Killer's client. It stems from all the way back to when Shelly the Killer called us on the transceiver, and he told us to give Matt Ungard a complete acquittal. Generally, you would not. Generally, you would be. That was a bit of a hint. It wasn't a dead giveaway, but with all these things being together, yeah, definitely, definitely guilty. Definitely got this man as a client. What does your setup look like? Well, generally, because I don't have a PC, I use whatever means I have. In this case, I'm using my PlayStation 5's broadcasting mode to, well, show you guys this. I'm using the PlayStation camera for a webcam, and when I'm not using my PS5, I'm using this for either on my phone, for either to record my Switch gameplay, or if I'm reading a book. Because I don't have a PC and I don't have a capture card. But I do have a wish, a throne wish list if anybody wants to see that. You will see a PC, an Elgato capture card, and I believe a steering wheel with pedals on my wish list, as well as maybe one or two other things that I can't think of at the top of my head. But yeah. But hey, no problem, Helen. You know it. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer. And I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer. That's ridiculous! Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? Because you're stammering right now. You're stuttering right now, brother. If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt on guard. I know why you know is Mr. the Killer. It's because... since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt on guard. And here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. You know, peso. I don't think so. I don't believe I do. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. Ungard, you really did hire? Alright, Mucky, hope you have a good rest of your night and have a good sleep. Queso. I don't think I've heard of Multi, regardless of whether you are a minor or an adult, I am still wishing you a good night and a good sleep. Also, don't ever talk about being a minor or an adult. Don't mention your age, because people on the internet can be some people on the internet can be crazy. Be mindful of sharing your age, even if it's hinted. Don't do it. Mr. Ungard, you really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard. Yep. There is your big plot twist. Matt on guard was the man behind the whole thing. And he is our client, and we are in a position where we have to defend him. That is a big slap in the face right there. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. So you are Shelley the Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? What do you mean? And no, woman. Adrian Andrews was quite brave herself, trying to search the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Vaughn is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? How did he get a wine glass in the middle of the... I don't want to know. I really do not want to know where that thing came from. That wine glass from out of nowhere? I doubt he's a magician either, so I really don't want to know. You're lying. What a terrible... It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. But why? Why did you hide the video camera and... A weakling soon believes the words of others. Just like that pathetic Adrian. You knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe in anyone. Least of all assassins. Well, that's gonna come back to bite him. For a reason. We won't spoil it. I won't spoil. But I will just say, that's gonna come back to bite him. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? Maybe he materialized it in existence. Oh yes, he used his mind. His mind powers gave it to him. And that's why... Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it. Preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something? Have you played Minecraft? Yes, and I don't know. I don't really mind it too much. I know it's got a big fan base, and it is the most sold. It is one of the best-selling, the best-selling game of all time. But I don't really play it that much. Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl. Motive for murder. Why? The music is so good. Yeah, I know. That much I do know. Why? Why would you kill Mr. Corina? Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. The game is rated T for teen, so I can't say he was about to sling so much shit onto my beautiful public image. I have to say dung. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Mr. Corina had been able to do it, then Mr. Unguard's secret would have... Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. And that's how Mr. Corina ended up dead. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used. Used and thrown away. Put on a sweet innocent face, and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me. Matt on guard. Aw, did I leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Corrida. And you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now! I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. I would say womp womp to him. Yeah, because... See, he just said things. I will not say how. Because again, I'm not spoiling anything. But I will say... He just said things that's gonna bite him later. And not in the good way. You killed Mr. Corrida! I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Aw, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Aw, but you can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya, you wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word. Or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this! That's such a cliche phrase. Warren said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. Now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's go. Let's return to the precinct. The cop is standing really, really still. The cop is making sure nobody... That cop's job is to make sure that the person on the other end of the visitor's room tries anything stupid. Yeah. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Yeah, we still got a bit of ways to go, so we'll try to get this done quickly. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Well, Wright, what are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy... No! We can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth! Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Matt on guard. I am a lawyer. But to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Matt on guard. That man is really... Ugh! It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. Maya's situation. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who are suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess that we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do! Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. Do you want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? Can you play Incognito Pet? I don't even have that game anywhere. PS5, Switch, I don't even have an Xbox. That's... You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why fight? People like you and Francisco Von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. Never mind, you don't... Oh yeah, I don't have a PC either, yeah. I would love to get a PC though, don't get me wrong, but I just don't have it right now. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict. For a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca. She fights for herself. No worries, it happens, Helen. The only thing she fights for is a perfect win record. That's all. And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty! I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What are you? Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Mr. Nick! The transceiver! I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Unguard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me! A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah? This is what I would like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlikely this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. You do? I don't really care about that. I don't really do this to be popular. I do this because I enjoy. As a friend of mine once told me, and he used to stream on Twitch a few years back. When I was starting out doing this, he once told me, don't stream for the numbers. Do it for the fun, for the good times. And that has stuck with me ever since. So, every time, now, whenever I hit a milestone on the subscriber count, yes, I am happy and I do celebrate that. But ultimately, I'm all about having fun with people. Which is kind of ironic because when I do something like this, when I play games like this, those streams do very well. But every time I play a multiplayer game with viewers, they don't do as well at all. And I still don't know why, but it happens. But I move on even when those times happen. Well, you can make money on YouTube, but there are certain steps you have to take to do it. But if all these other people on YouTube, all the popular people on YouTube have shown anything, it's that while it may seem impossible, it can possibly happen. It just takes a good amount of time and a lot of dedication when you think about it. Because YouTube doesn't like it when you don't upload after a certain amount of time. That's how it is. And I'm an extrovert myself. I am an extrovert. Unless I'm upset, in which case I'll probably keep to myself more often than not. But but like right now, I am extroverted. We were unlucky this time and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. The only extrovert in your, I was going to say in the family, but yeah, you just answered my question. Oh yeah. Actually, I think everyone in my family are extroverted. I think maybe my niece is probably a little bit on the introverted side, but everybody else is definitely extroverted. And to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before, however. You did, but my name is the Killer. Shelly the Killer. You're Shelly the Killer? Please keep in mind, you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, Maya, it would be my duty as an assassin, to see to it she receives a nice long laugh. Ah, no! I have, but I didn't really, I did try to stream on Twitch, but I just got more into streaming on YouTube. Now, if I was able to do it on both of them, I would, but I can't, sadly. Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace the signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I don't know what I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Hmm? Did you hear that? At the very end of that transmission. Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be. That cat. Can it? What is it? I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth! Have all police units head for Unguard Mansion immediately. If I had money, I will like to say, and I know this is going to sound cliche now that I say this, but you don't, I will say this, if you want to donate, that is perfectly fine. If you ever do want to donate, I should say, that is perfectly fine. It is not required to enjoy my content. Even if I was able to have the YouTube membership thing, I still would not require that uh, to to watch streams of mine because I'm not that damn petty. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah, some people do want it. Now, I should also say, if you do, I have uh, if you do want to, I wish I had. I do have Streamlabs, but I also have other means of doing it. I have Ko-fi as well. I do have Ko-fi if you want to do that. Or if you want to go one step further, I do have a PayPal as well. But, uh, but yeah, those are my two main things because I used to do Cash App, but for the most part, I do it just to give money to anybody that needs it for a good reason with people that I trust, obviously. But Generally, I use PayPal or whatever. I just use it like that. But yeah. So yeah, that's the best. Those are the best. Those are the two best ways to donate to me. But it is all up to you. If you're able to do it, that's fine. If not, do not worry. It is okay. Oh shit! I didn't mean to. Hey, I did not mean to change that. All right, you hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah! Yeah, I can't do that right now. I don't think I can. I'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure I can't do that right now. March 22nd, Unguard Mansion Living Room. Maya! Please answer us! Mr. Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer. He and Ungod were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Alright. We got a bear right here. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear! There are a lot of cuts in it for some reason. Figurine added to the court record. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Corrida? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. Ah, I'm sure that's for Shoe. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Ah, there's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is Ungod's private home. Look at this, Wright. An antenna for sending them the radio signals and a VCR. Check inside the desk. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment of the time was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No. But there's no mistake that someone used this record. Yes, I do know game theory. I've seen a few of his videos. But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we were looking for and escaped with it. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so many of the classic so many of the classic YouTubers are retiring nowadays. You've had MatPat, I think you've had Captain Sparkles retire. Um, those are the only two people that I know of. But one that you may, and I say this generally, the one that whoever may be watching this, whether live or in the VOD, You may or may not know this person, but there was one animation channel I watch. They recently announced that they still have a few videos left in them, but they're ultimately considering retiring from YouTube, which I think is a good idea because, see, here's what I mean by this. I don't mean that it's a good, like, I don't mean like it's good that she's retiring because, it's still sad, right? But I mean like she has her whole the second half of her life ahead of her. Regardless of what she does after she retires from YouTube. What's their name? I was about to say it. But yeah, but because they're still young, they got a whole life ahead of them. But that animation channel's name is Jaden Animations. I know of her. I've seen her content, namely her animation videos. My personal favorite one out of them all is her Cooking Mama 2's speedrun video that she did. And I love the animation of that out of all of the videos that she's done, but she's a really good animator, in my opinion. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. The caps lock is real with this one. You should watch her content. If you watch her nowadays, I think you would agree with me in saying that her animation is so much better than what it was back then, but damn are the stories still good. Although she is also, alongside her animation video, she is also a VTuber as well. She does do VTuber streams, but I think they're only on Twitch, but don't quote me on that. Because I don't think she does them on YouTube, but I think she does them only on Twitch, but yeah. Oh, dude, animation, like, I've seen plenty of animation videos. From Jane Animations, The Odd One Out, who I haven't really watched in a while. Uh, Let Me Explain, aka Rebecca Parham. Yeah, the animation is really goofy. Yeah, I do agree with that. What else? The Amazing. I also have a close friend who is an online friend of mine who is an animator. His name is Wangsum, and I do voice some of the characters in a few of his animation videos. You should check those out if you want to. Let's see. I forget his name. You also have Scribble Juice. Who else? Who else was there that I know of? Uh, sh- there's another animator that I just got into watching because he was talking about how he met Emily and Didas, and that made me think about an interaction I had with Emerichu. When I say Emily, I'm referring to Emerichu, who's also another animator. Who, if you love anime style drawings, go to her. She is awesome. She is amazing with her drawing. Especially nowadays. I love it. But anyway, when I say anime, I also mean manga as well, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah. Most of these guys I still watch to this day. Even if their upload schedules are few and far between nowadays, I still watch them whenever I can. Anyway, we gotta move along because it's already almost 12:30 and we've yet to finish this so we can play Ace Attorney Investigations. Leave the rest to us. Maya. Alright. Before we move on, though, we do have to examine this picture. This looks like a picture of Miss Synpax. With love, Celeste. Miss Synpax? You mean... Yes, Miss Clarita's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Synpax be here in Mr. Unguard's mansion? And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. Celeste's photo added to the court record. Ah! What's wrong, Pearls? What's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back, there's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message. What? I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy scumbag not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. No! Mystic Maya! Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Nothing. We've searched the house and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think that's about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? This! Miss Andrews' psyche lock. If I could just find out what secret she's hiding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you'll think. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edward. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. March 22nd, Detention Center Visitors Room. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psyche lock. Psyche lock? I want to know, and you will tell me, your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. The ultimate showdown between Miss Andrews and Phoenix Wright. Let's do this. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Ungard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Ungard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you are saying I was taking my revenge out of Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There's something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. And that person is...
Take that!
Celeste? There's only one catalyst that could cause such a strong feelings, and even revenge. And that is Miss Impax's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who's hit her suicide note is also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right, you haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. Ungard, It would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt?
Take that!
Remember that picture we found in the unguarded mansion? Yeah, that's what it is. This. This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Unguard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Unlock successful. Why frame him? Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Corrida didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yeah, yes. Because of Matt. Because of Mr. Ungard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why. With love, Celeste, written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with until she was thrown away. Yeah, I love this soundtrack. When we play Ace Attorney Investigations, I might play off the soundtrack on that one a little bit first, because it has what I think is the best finding the truth theme out of all of the games that I've played. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that, which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then it was suddenly called off. And who is the he you're referring to? And then it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. Ah, the scandal? Yeah. Revenge. I'm sure even you think that's why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. Yeah, Juan? Yeah, it's Juan, right? That's how it's pronounced in Spanish, isn't it? That's how they say it for the Latino, because he looks Latino. You know, so that's why I said Juan like that. Or am I supposed to add emphasis to the J in some way? I see. So that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Corrida have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan, Juan and Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. Hold up, let me see this. Hold up here. Hold on, let me turn this down real quick so I can hear this. I thought I said it, Juan. It's saying that's how you pronounce it. I'm saying Juan. That's how it's telling me to pronounce it, so that's how I've been pronouncing it. But we're moving on anyway. Matt waited for the... Yeah, we already said that. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Poor Miss Impact. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I am almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds. And so that she would never be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like the spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge, there's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. Alright, Helen, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your night. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so that I could find out about all of this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. Thank you, I appreciate that. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I hadn't even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation, or with what I know now. And that is the end of the episode. So, tomorrow night, not after this one, but tomorrow night, we are going to finish this game completely. For we are playing the trial of the final episode of Justice for All, as the trial comes to an end with some more twists and turns abound. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Here in a little bit, I will get started with the Ace Attorney Investigations quote unquote midnight stream. So, yeah. Just give me a few minutes and I will be right back. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this ep- thank you for watching this episode of Justice for All. Until in a few minutes, this is Forrest Walpole signing off.